The Namibian President Nujoma I has hailed the former statesman Dr. Sam Nujoma as the gallant son of the land. Mbumba announced the passing of Nujoma this morning. The 95-year-old died at a hospital in Windhoek. Mbumba says Nujoma heroically marshalled the Namibian people during the darkest hours of the liberation struggle until the attainment of freedom and independence on the 21st of March in 1990.
The foundation of the Republic of Namibia have been shaken. Over the past 3 weeks, the founding president of the Republic of Namibia and founding father of the Namibian nation was hospitalized for medical treatment and medical observation due to ill health. Unfortunately, this time, the most gallant son of our land could not recover from his illness. It is therefore with utmost sorrow and sadness that I make the announcement this morning, the 9th of February 2025, to the Namibian people, our African brothers and sisters, and to the world at large about the passing of our revered freedom fighter and the revolutionary leader, His Excellency Dr. Sam Nujoma. President Nujoma passed on at the age of 95 on the 8th of February at 23 hours 45 minutes in Windhoek, Namibia. Our founding father lived a long and consequential life, during which he served the people of this country he so much loved. Our founding father heroically marshaled the Namibian people during the darkest hours of our liberation struggle until the attainment of freedom and independence on the 21st of March, 1990. As founding president, His Excellency Dr. Sam Nujoma provided maximum leadership to our nation and spared no effort to motivate each and every Namibian to build a country that would stand tall and proud among the nations of the world.
For more on this, we now speak to the Deputy President of Namibia Economic Freedom Fighters, Kalimbo Lipumbu, and he joins us now via our video link. Kalimbo, thank you so much for your time this evening. It truly is a sad day for the people of Namibia. Condolences to you as a nation. Let's firstly get your reaction to the passing of the founding father of Namibia.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, and to the entire nation, Namibia in particular, and the African continent and the world at large. Indeed, it's a very heartened day that we got the news early hours of today that the founding father, the father of the Namibian nation, passed on. President Sam Nujoma, who had really been at the far front of making sure that Namibia attained its political independence. This news, when it got to us, even though that we know age has a limit and we all ought to be going the same, through that process of death, and the death of the founding father has really sent a very shocking waves that many of us, we really wanted still to be among those who will be closer to him, to get inspirational ideas as to how do we really grow and make sure that Namibia attains its economical emancipation. Remember, when we got political independence, it was still him who said, with political independence, we are not really free until such time when we attain our economic emancipation. And then that was the time when he even said to say, look, by 2030, every Namibian would really enjoy the prosperity of this country, which means all resources of this country should be felt by every citizen. So it's a shocking news to all of us, particularly us, the young ones, that he have been always advocating that young ones, make sure that you educate yourself. Remember, you are the leaders of these countries. Some of us will be going, as he have been advocating, and he had been preparing that, look, young ones, go out, study, and make sure that you grow yourself and make sure that economic emancipation is within the country and grow Namibia so that you build it to the position that it will compete with other developing countries.
Now, Kalimba, I mean, Sam Nujoma really played a very crucial role in liberating the people of Namibia. As much as you touch on those aspects, what sort of legacy does he leave behind for the people of Namibia?
Look, as a leader who was not fearful of anything and trying to make sure that whatever, whether it's constitutionally or whatever, when it's not fitting for the people of Namibia, it must be reviewed. So the legacy that he left with us is that, look, when you have a policy that is not fitting the lives and the betterment of the people of the country, you should rather come back to the drawing board and then sit around it and then come up with a policy that fits and benefiting the people of Namibia. So he is someone who was a man of his words, a man that will tell you, a man that does not discriminate, does not differentiate between party A, party B, party C. So he in actual fact, encouraged us to really look into the democratic principles and policies to say, look, Namibia, it's a democratic country, so we don't need to fear of you forming a political party or you being favoring another political party. He's a man that have really shaped and make sure that policies, processes are kept accordingly as he had spearheaded the fight to liberate this country. So the legacy that he has left with us is that we should respect our elders, we should respect the history of the country and make sure that whatever we do is to prosperous of the lives and the living of the Namibian people.
And what does his passing mean, particularly now at a time where the people of Namibia are commemorating the death of another former president just a year ago? Hage Geingob also passed away. And at this time, seeing the founding father pass away, what does it mean to the people of Namibia?
Look, this is a signal to say, look, there is nothing that is permanent. We are in a country where we have generations that need now to grow into position to take up leadership positions. Recently, when we lost the President Geingob, we ought to understand that, look, if it was not the founding father, the late also Hage Geingob, we couldn't have systems, processes in place and keep the country in peace as it is now. So it's a signal to us that, look, we ought to learn from what they have already implemented. They have set up processes, policies that is now easing the process of us taking up leadership positions. Look, now we lost the founding president, there will not be any chaos. Earlier, we also lost the president, Hage Geingob. We couldn't experience any chaos. It's because there are already established policies, processes, systems that will guide us into how do we look into the future? How do we future ourselves? So the whole scenario around this loss of our strongholds, people that had really fought, people that were there when they were setting up the constitution and policies that will guide the country. It have already set the presidency of us. How do we future ourselves into the world? So it's lucky to some of us as young people that we have found already established solid-based policies that will guide us into future. Because remember, there are countries where when the president goes, when the president dies, then the chaos begins. But in our system, there is already an established processes system that will really guide us not to get into a chaotic environment or a moment. But we really thank the leadership of Nujoma, who had been at the helm of making sure that Namibia need leadership, or it will establish leadership that will really build the future and see the future growing not in a chaotic manner.
All right, Kalimbo, thank you so much for your time and for giving us an insight into the towering figure that Namibia has lost. Of course, that is Kalimbo Lipumbu, who is the deputy president for the EFF in Namibia, giving us an insight in terms of the man, the founding father of Namibia, and what that loss means to the people of Namibia.